What is up, everybody? I see we got people filing in all over the place on Facebook and all these cool different places. I know we got a bunch of people these days who are getting involved on this. We got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. What's going on? Internet. What is up, everybody? It is time for another live lesson. Thank you guys for coming back. For those of you who are new, I'm Jesse Ricca. I'm going to be your teacher for today. If you want, we're going to be here every Thursday at 4 o'clock. And again, I always like to thank IK Multimedia for hooking it up for us. There we go. IK Multimedia. And before we get started, just wanted to show you a couple cool things that I'm using to bring you this broadcast today. I am using the iRig Stream. This is a great tool if you were living in 2020, considering all the gigs are gone and everybody's doing all these live streams. This is the 2020 gear must-have for sure. Gear of 2020 is definitely this, the live stream, so you can get back to playing, you know, and people can support it. We also they also wanted me to let you know that they have an awesome deal on the program I'm using right here in the right-hand corner, or yeah, my right-hand corner anyways, or wait, my left-hand corner. Amplitube. They have Amplitube Max right now starting for $99, which is a great deal. And this thing is amazing. I say it all the time to all my friends, like amp simulators and these digital amps are not how they used to be, man. These digital amps now are crazy. They sound so good. And the thing that I really love about it, before we jump into all the fun pentatonic stuff that we're going to do, is the room option. Man, you can mic this amp however you want. I have like a little I have like my jazz sound up, like just a real clean sound, a little bit of reverb, but I really put some time into the room. The room is where I really find that this thing can give you that true guitar live sound, right? A lot of the other ones, they tend to lack in that area. I seem to have noticed some of the amp simulators where it's like it just sounds too direct of a signal. There's no room there. So that's what's up with Amplitube. This thing is dope. So today we're talking about the pentatonic scales, right? And how to go about getting out of just playing the good old minor pentatonic over a minor chord, right? We're going to loop some stuff today, and I have a couple examples here that we're going to use to go ahead and explain myself a little better. We're going to do a little bit of theory on this one, because it always helped me. I know some guys, the minute they hear theory, they're like, dude, I don't want to hear theory. I just want to, like, be good already. But that's not how it works, man. If you know why something works, you're going to understand it and grasp that content and grasp it so much better than if you just, like, I know the pattern. You know what I mean? And of course, I have my chat up here. We are taking questions. So if I'm moving too fast or whatever, please, you know, hey, I want to talk about this. What do you mean? Let's talk about yada, yada, yada. What do you mean by that? I have the chat up here. I see we got more people filing. I see some repeat offenders here. Good to see you guys back. Mr. CBDS, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you back. So we're talking jazz sound. What do you think? The TA30. I actually don't know what the TA30 is. Is that a guitar or an amplifier? Mr. CBDS, let me know. Is that the TA30? Where's that from? Is that a guitar or an amplifier? I'm not sure of that one off the top of my head. Imagine how much all those options you would have. Yes, that's the right here. We have Mr. Eric Drumsticks. Eric Drumsticks. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I mean, if you're doing a live, it's the Mesa Boogie stuff, right? I'm so sorry. Sometimes, man, so much stuff here. The TA30 is the Mesa Boogie setting we have in here, which sounds ridiculous. I actually have a Mesa Boogie Express sitting back there that I gigged on, man, since I was like 19. I bought that thing when I was like 18. Man, I've been gigging on that thing for 11 years now. But I love in this simulator really nails it. And dude, with the room setting, I can't stress enough how good the room settings are in this thing. Even the big boys are making the move. Yeah, yep. You're gonna see like these plugins are changing the game, dude. No joke, no joke. These plugins are changing the game. All right, we can sit here and talk Amplitube pretty much the whole time. I mean, there's so much stuff in this thing, and not to just sit here and kiss everybody and kiss IK's butt, but this thing is that good. It really is that good for sure, and it's got just so many options, man. I mean, I couldn't get a better like. When I record now, like when I play live, I still use my amps because I've been, using them for so long, and it's almost like a habit. I'm like, I don't know. But every time I record now, I just use these. I just use Amplitube, to be honest. I mean, I guess if like I'm in a studio and the mics are just absolutely amazing, but I mean, dude, if you're doing anything from home, and even if you're in a good studio, I mean, the sounds you get off this thing are just ridiculous. All right. All right, so let's get into some actual music here. So we're going to talk about how to expand the pentatonics. That's the big topic for today, right? How we can get out of the box on the pentatonic scales. And I'm going to use the D minor pentatonic scale as our key for today to kind of show you some cool things. So when we're playing the D pentatonic scale, right? Minor pentatonic. Oh, why not? Just gotta plug it in for it to work. There you go. All right, so when I'm using the D minor pentatonic scale, right? I got a stagnant D chord. I'm gonna go ahead and just lay down a D minor 7 chord here. 1, 2, 3. Right, so. Right? So that's the sound. The E position. I did the A position before. If you're just learning the cage, excuse me. If you're just learning the cage positions, we're actually going to be going over them for the pentatonic next week. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to tune in next week at 4:00. Every Thursday we're here at 4. So we're going to try to break that sound a little bit. Try to get out of that just like in the box pentatonic sound. And we're going to use it by like kind of thinking of this chord in different ways. How do I see the chat? Oh, he must be on a different thing. Gotcha. Sorry. Trying to take questions as they go, and sometimes things pop. I'm like, huh? All right. Anyways, so we're going to now look at this chord, and we're going to think of this chord. We're not really going to think of the scales so much. The chord and the scales all play together. But we're going to use, I'm going to bring up an example here. I'm going to put away Amplitube for a second. I'm going to pull out my fun little chart here. Now, what I'm doing, right, what we're going to try to do is we're going to play D minor in reference to all these different keys, right? So since D minor is in C major, right? D minor is in F major. D minor is in B flat. We can use that in different situations. We're going to kind of do the opposite, right? So anywhere you see a minor chord, right, we can play that minor pentatonic scale over that D chord. So for example, I know that's a lot of talking. Let's figure that out real quick, right? So check it out. Sorry, I saw more people chiming in. Just wanted to make sure I didn't lose anybody. Right, so if we're thinking of it in C, we can think of it as almost like C major. Oh, bring my hand up here. Right, so that means we could play D, if we have this stagnant D minor chord. Oh, let me play that again. So I can play E minor over it. What are some other minor chords we see in these 3 keys, right? It won't really work for the bottom one. We're going to use the bottom one more as we can think of it as, we can think of D minor like over B flat major, and we can use that pentatonic scale. So really, we're going to focus on just these two up here. So, oh, there we go. Got my loop going again. So we can really think of this as playing in C major or in F major. It's going to work really well. Some of these in B flat won't really work that well. Like C minor, I guess that would sort of work. Let's listen. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you really want to use that one. But the one you could use well is this G minor would work pretty good. But if you already see, that's already like an F. So we're not going to really use that bottom one too much. We're going to use it more towards the end. And I'm going to explain that. So let's just focus on these two keys and all the different minor scales that we can put over this chord. So we have E minor we can put over this chord. We have A minor we can put over this chord. We have G minor we can put over this chord. And those are all going to sound good. So let's go through them. First I'm going to do E minor again. Right? So that's E minor over that D chord. So we're doing that E minor pentatonic over the D chord. Let's move to the next one. We're going to jump and we have A minor. So let's listen to A minor over the D chord. 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. And that's where we can have a lot of fun. We're getting to some patterns too that we can do with these pentatonic scales. Bring down the looper a little bit. I'm going to bring it down just a touch. There we go. Sorry. We're doing it live. You know, have you ever seen that video? There we go. A little bit lower for you guys. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and let's try some more. So we've done E minor over D, right? And we've done E minor over D. We've done A over D. Let's try G over D. So let's give that a taste. 2, 3, 4. And then we maybe do threes. Right, so this is a way to use a scale you already really know well, right? And go ahead and start, what am I saying here? And you take a scale you already know and get a different sound out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Words are hard. Music's much easier for me than the words, right? All right, so we're taking these scales and we're taking the same shapes that we already know, the same patterns we already know, and we're just putting them in different places to get some different sounds. That's one way to think of it, and of course, you want to learn each position, so this way, we're going to go over that next week. So let's do a couple more, and then we can go over some cool patterns that you hear sometimes. Right? So the next thing we can do, let me pause this looper so you can hear me talk for a little more. So we can also start playing these major pentatonics over that, and it's going to sound cool too. It's going to give you a different sound, right? So we can go D. Let's play an F major pentatonic over it. We could play a G major pentatonic over it. So it gives it like a 2-chord sound, right? So any of these arpeggios or any of these major arpeggios, right? The C, the F, and the G, or really the C and the G are going to give it like a 2-chord sound, right? We see it's the second chord in the scale. If we do F, right, F major pentatonic over it, or a B flat major pentatonic over it, it's going to give it like a 6-chord sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're kind of like thinking of the chord in two different places. Well, let's give that a listen. We're going to go do a couple of them. Right? So I'll play just this shape so you see that I'm actually just moving the same shape. So I'm going to do the A shape. The A shape major pentatonic. So we're going to go through a couple of them. 2, 3, here's C. Right? Doing like every other note, just going back and forth. Bunch of cool things you can do with that. Let's try another one. So that was C. Let's do F. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And some cool patterns again. Why not? And then we go backwards. Right, that's another cool one. So we're going that F over that. Let's try the G over it. I'm going to do it up here now. Right, that gives it like that real dominant sound because we got that. Not dominant, it gives it like that real 2-chord sound. We got that 6 in there. Right, so I went there from like a G. And that's where it really gets fun. We get to start like mixing them together and see what sounds cool. And then you can take a pattern and just bring it on up. Sorry, you can't see the bottom one there, but I went through a couple of different minor ones, right? So I did like this is like the A shape. So I did the minor. So here like would be like the A shape, D. You won't want to do C minor, but let's try one more time. 2, 3, 4. Right, and guys like there's a lot of jazz guys who use this. I didn't think they're actually when I first started playing jazz anyways, I was like, oh man, there's not a I learned all those pentatonic stuff and I can't really use them. No, it sounds great, and a lot of modern guys use it. Really, a lot more little more modern guys use the kind of the pentatonic-y and kind of the sequences and the pentatonic stuff, and they use it kind of like in the way I'm using it here. You can also do some like sub stuff with it. We won't get too much into that. We only have a little bit more time here, and that stuff we would need to know, you know, melodic minor and maybe some tritone subs. But I can give you a like. Now you really want a dominant chord to really hear it the right way. But and one more thing. Sorry, the words are the hard part, man, for sure. You can also kind of take these pentatonic sounds because they're so familiar, and you can play out like in certain places with them, and I think it sounds really cool. And the way you do that is you resolve really well. You know, you'll hear guys like Herbie Hancock. He does that kind of stuff too. Well, he'll just take like a theme and he'll move it up and then move it back down and resolve it, or he'll move it up in like these different intervals, like move it up in minor thirds, move it in fourths, move it in tritones. You know, those are really hard to do, to think on the fly. But I'm gonna try to do it. And the key, what I noticed for this, it's not exactly the pattern you play. It's how you resolve it and where you put it. So if I have a phrase like this, it's really about time and where you resolve it. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like let's say this is almost like a 2-bar phrase or a 4-bar phrase, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. fourth bar, you want to play something out, right? If that's how I got started with learning how to play something out. 2, 3, 4. Right, that wasn't too far out, but it was still not in the key. Let's try it one more time. We can do like something like just straight up move it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how they get those kind of cool sounds, is where they put it. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in. Right? It's really where you put it. And some guys, if they can even make it like 2 bars of out and make it just make so much sense. It's really make it make sense. You know what I mean? Like when you start to play out, it's like if it sounds like it's just guessing, like maybe some of my first things where I was like just trying to get like, you gotta hear something and then be like, oh, I can move that and that'll sound dope, right? It's about hearing it and then kind of resolving it. Right? Oh, cool, we got a bunch of cool stuff here. Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry, we're giving away gear credits, right? Am I wrong? Hold on, let me just pull this up real quick. Yeah, we're giving away 150 gear credits. I'm so sorry. We were having so much fun here. I totally forgot to talk about that. So in just a little bit here, in about 5 more minutes, we're going to go ahead and give away those gear credits. What I'm going to say is, let's figure this out here. What's a good question here? What is your favorite pentatonic-based song? I don't know. That makes sense. Pentatonic bass. It can pretty much be anything at that point. What's your favorite pentatonic based song? How about that? And it could be like, let me give you some examples. We can do like even like something like "Smoke on the Water." That's pretty much based off the pentatonic stuff, or like a lot of the rock stuff. Right? So tell me your favorite, you know what, give me a favorite blues song. Your favorite blues song. Oh, there, nope, I'm sorry. I back that up. Your favorite pentatonic bass song, and of course your IK username and stuff. Your favorite pentatonic bass song, your IK music, your IK username with all that, guys, and then you get a chance to win those gear credits, 150 gear credits, bro. And remember, Amplitube Max on sale for $99, bro. For real, no, that's a good deal. For real, it's a good deal. Sorry. Oh, dude, Sir Duke. There you go. God, I haven't played that in a minute. Dude, you got to make me go back and review that one. I haven't played that line in forever. Bump da 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 da. review that one for a sec. Those are some great lines in that one. Oh, My Girl, yeah. You got some good answers in here, guys. I thought that one might have been a little bit too like, maybe they won't know what I'm talking about. Good. We got some good answers in here. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Peace of Mind by Boston. Yeah. I'm trying to remember how that one goes. I'm sorry. I'm an R&B and like jazz guy, a little bit of funk. So I have a bigger repertoire in that area. You got me, man. Now you got me practicing it. I'll work on it all my time. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool things we can do with these pentatonic scales. And the other way we can break the box is now we're going to take what we've been working on here, and we're going to apply some cool sequences here. Excellent. Ryan is picking out a winner. He's sending it over to me. I'm not going to shout out the wrong person this time. That did happen one time. All right, so let's check out some cool patterns. Just a couple basic patterns while Ryan's getting it all together here, so I don't give it to the wrong person here. So what we can do first is, of course, we talked about the 3-note sequence, right? That's a good pattern, right? And you can take that and move around, right? I just moved it right on up the scales we were talking about. I did D minor first, right? So I did D minor here. I was thinking like a D minor off this shape, then E minor off this shape, G minor, A minor, and then I got back to D. So that's a good one, and of course the 4-note, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I won't do that one again. But the real fun ones is when you kind of like mess with it a little bit. I always like I guess you would think of it almost as fourths. It's really like every other note. And then you can move it up because it's almost... It sounds pretty cool. Right, so that's another cool one. And then you can start to mess with that, right? And we can do different things with string skipping. There's a lot of cool sequences and stuff that you can come up with this stuff. Dude, we're getting a lot of cool, good answers in here. I'm digging it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and, taking part in all this fun stuff. Remember, we're going to be back here next Thursday, same time, doing more pentatonic stuff, really going over the different positions and how to play it in all the positions of the cage system. And I like to always include the open position too. Here we go. We got a winner. Winner. Chicken dinner. I'm the corniest white guy, I know. Right? So it is Chris Glover. Chris Glover, you are the winner, bro. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Chris, and everybody else who tuned in. We're going to be back here next Thursday at 4 talking some pentatonic cage system stuff, how to play it in each position. Again, if you didn't win this time, keep coming back. We're always going to give the answer, and we're always going to pick a winner at the end, and we're giving away a whole bunch of fun stuff. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow me at the links below. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, all that fun stuff. And if you're interested in private lessons, I do teach online. If you're interested in that, go ahead and DM me in either the Instagram or the Facebook Messenger or whatever. And keep practicing, guys. I'm gonna go shed that Sir Duke lick. That's a good one. Peace out, guys. Stay safe. Keep practicing. I know I gotta go practice right now. Later.